On today's show, our special guest, Shamaya, will be discussing some hot topics with us and answering some viewer questions. So please be aware this vlog does contain adult content. Viewer discretion is advised. This is Take a Break with Bree. I am Bree, also widely known as Brinky Boo-Bree. Please feel free to comment and on our Facebook live stream. We will try to respond to all questions and all comments. Please look out for the live recording on my YouTube channel, Brinky Boo-Bree. Before we delve into the hot topics, our special guest, Shamaya, could you tell us briefly about yourself?
Hey, everybody. What's going on? Well, I'm Shamaya, as you know. I'm a 27 years old. I know y'all want to say, oh, what is this 15-year-old doing up on here? I'm like, wait a minute. Also, I work with transportation. I love to model, sing, dance. The Lord, hallelujah. Hi, everybody. And also, I'm just so fun. I just got so much to say. And gotta get it out. Gotta get it out.
We're so happy to have you.
And I'm happy to be here.
Yes, definitely. So we're going to dive right into our hot topics. Our first topic is women and men, and both. We're not just going to be one-sided, but people who take advantage of the welfare and the child support system. I did a little research, and just to let you all know, the child support debt is about $105 billion, which is mostly by men, the fathers.
By men.
Right. Half of that debt is owed to the state or the federal government.
State.
2/3 of that debt is owed by fathers, okay, which means 1/3 mothers, all right? But out of that 2/3 of those fathers, they make less than $10,000 a year. Now, what does that say to us? If you make $10,000 less a year and 65% of your income can be garnished for child support, that means you're at a higher risk of losing your license, harder to get a job,
losing your house.
Yes.
And more
money. And more likely to be put in jail. So the thing is, when I was reading from psychologytoday.com, which is Paul Rayburn's article, he was talking to the professor of law from the University of Baltimore, Daniel Hatcher, who was giving us these statistics. And he was saying that in 2006, the government collected $2 billion.
$2 billion.
Yes, they spent $5.6 billion on administrative costs, right? And out of those administrative costs, they collected $22 million. So you got $2 billion, but then $22 million was the only amount that went back to the families. Okay? So what does that say?
I don't see no money.
Right. Nobody wins. Nobody wins.
We don't
the
win.
government doesn't win. The kids don't win. The taxpayers don't win.
That's why I say if you can work it out with your baby mother, your baby father, to do it, because they taking the money. The family's not getting the money. And that's crazy.
That's crazy, right?
I sure ain't getting no money.
So, I mean, do you want to talk about?
Yeah, because, man, when I say my child support was like about $49 every 2 weeks. That's no money.
Nothing.
It's like, how would you give a child that? You know what I mean? How will, like, $49, like, are you serious?
Right.
Some people get less than that. And then I don't understand. Then the folks say, "Oh, I ain't got no money. They taking all my money." But I ain't getting no money.
Right.
The
mother ain't getting it. The government ain't getting it. Seem like. But this is the thing. If they're garnishing 65% of an income of somebody who makes $10,000 or less, so you got $65,000 for the garnishment, then 25% for your taxes. That leaves you with
no money.
10% to actually do anything with. But the thing is, where is this money going? where is it going?
Right, because we fight for the money. Okay, we're not getting it from the father, so we go to court and fight for the money. You know what I mean? But then it's like when we fight, y'all want to take the money. Uncle Sam, here comes Sam. Oh, he going to take all that.
Right.
Taxes.
All right, everything. And this is the thing is that when you get garnished by a credit card, or you get garnished by medical, you get garnished for any other thing, they can't take more than 25% of your pay. But not like child support. Child support, they can take 65.
65% they can take from child support. 65%.
60, and then
that's more than half.
Right, and then your license can get suspended, which again, we say, where does that put you in regard to
they want you to go to
getting
jail.
a job?
It's set up like that. That's how it's set up.
But so, the solution here, like she said, you got to work it out. You got to work it out. And what I read in that article was the solution was joint custody.
Right.
If you never have to go to court for child support, where the custodial parent sues the non-custodial parent,
like I did,
right? then it should work out better where you don't get the government involved at all.
Right.
So then you can sue the parent who's not doing their share, sue them in that way.
Right.
But don't sue them just all totally child support.
Right.
You know what I mean? They should have their own set of clothes, their own set of this, which is kind of weird, but you know, if joint custody, I think is the better solution than actually getting the government involved in that regard to money. Right. Because nobody wins.
But then also a lot of mothers do go down child support because the father, you know, say they won't act right or do stuff for their child. So it's like beating them with a hammer, not getting it through their head, you know what I mean? To come do for your child. So that's when they feel a need to go down child support. So they feel as though the man have to step in the middle to make you do something. You know what I mean? But in reality, like if you're not seeing it clear, they gonna get the money. You know what I mean? Like you said, you opened my eyes to something new. Like I was wondering why I wasn't getting no money. What my money at?
Right. And as you can see, nobody wins. Joseph said, I tried to open a case to start child support. They said I couldn't. Why? Joe, could you explain why you couldn't open a case?
Why? And that's crazy. And you went down there to open up a case.
Right.
So if y'all baby mothers just at being real petty, just to take your baby father down there, you know they do that just to be petty.
Go say it a little louder.
Like baby mothers do be petty sometimes.
They petty,
petty. I believe some guys that actually do for their kids, you know what I mean? Don't deserve to go down there because, we not together. So I'm going to ruin your life. I'm going to take you down child support. No, but if they doing for your kid, there's no need for that. Now, if it's like me when I'm half, you ain't doing nothing at all. Yeah. In the life of nothing, I gotta beg you to do something. No, that's a problem. Then that's when I took them steps. You know what I mean? But never wanted to. Right. But had to. You know, but it's like
it's crazy, right?
You know what I mean? Because I know a lot of good fathers out there that do actually take care of their kids. Right. And it's sad that they get put up with bad, you know,
females.
Females.
Joe said, the mother had to.
Oh, do you have your kids?
Are you the custodial parent? Meaning, are they in your care?
Right.
Let's see. She's also going live as well.
Oh, sorry, I'm going live too.
Is that Lachelle?
Okay.
Lachelle said yes, they do petty.
Oh, but in the end, childs are the ones that suffer.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Yes, she said in the end the child suffers, which is absolutely correct. The child suffers, the taxpayer suffers, and also the actual person who's getting garnished
they
suffers. Everybody suffers when child support is involved.
And that's why a lot of guys out here don't want to go get a job because of child support.
Yes.
They say, well, don't worry, put me on child support. That means you already set in your mind that you ain't going to work.
You ain't going to work.
So, you know what I mean?
Which leads into a life of crime, under the table, doing construction, or whatever you can do, all that kind of stuff. Joe said, my ex is just materialistic. just 2 days.
Oh, dang.
You have those people. I'm gonna say people because it can be on both sides. You can have fathers who do it and mothers who do it. But as we can see, it's mainly the fathers. It's mainly the men.
It's mainly
It's definitely mainly men.
The women like that on here. Y'all just y'all. All right, I'm gonna put y'all up there.
Right.
Y'all like up there for
Two-thirds of the men. Stephanie said, I hear you, I see you.
Hey, girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, so about the jobs too, about him.
Right. I mean, it just makes everything harder. You know, because especially with us.
Especially getting a job.
A driving job. We work in transportation.
Like, because I had somebody come in that actually couldn't. His license was suspended. Okay, I understand. He said it's because of child support. Suspended his license. But he said, oh, how can I get a job driving if child support suspend my license for me to get a job? And that's the part I understand. Don't understand. Like, let them undo the license so they can get a job.
Right.
As long as you applying for your job, trying to pay your balance, then yeah, that's fine. But I don't see they need to work on that. I think they do.
Right. And what's also interesting? When I was reading this article, it was another young lady. On the flip side of it, or on the other side of it, she was dating a guy, or maybe married to the guy, who was being sued for child support. And now that she was married to him, she now has to pay child support for children that aren't even hers.
But they say when you get married,
you take everything.
One. That's why Yandy ain't want to get married to Medici.
Yeah. So I mean that is just like, so interesting.
Yep, they go because you was as one.
Right.
So now they were like, okay, take your money too.
Wow.
I know, but I don't know.
Which this topic actually leads us into our next topic, which is hiring ex-cons and hiring felons.
Oh yeah.
I was at it was an open forum down on Holiday Street. I think that's I don't know what the network is, but they do is leaving me.
She said, I think.
But they do a lot of open forums for Black history and the community, and they were asking us, how can we get our young men from going to jail and off the streets or so forth and so on. I said the number one thing we need to do is hire felons. We need to hire ex-cons, especially non-violent offenders. Those who they stole a car, or they stole some money, or they did some drugs. Exactly.
It could have been in their childhood, and then I got people coming in from like 40, age 40. They were like, what? That happened when I was like 19 or something. So you telling me I can't get a job, And I think that's sad because when they come out of jail, they want to do better. But it's hard for them to do better if you don't have that resource or that guide to get you in there. They just want to set you back out, to set you back in the street.
Exactly.
To get you locked back up. So it's hard for you to do right. You know what I mean? And I feel bad for the people that come in like, yeah, I got this on my record, but I really need a job. Because somebody I know said, just what he said, I went to school with, he said, man, I need a job. He came in and filled out. He said, I'm just trying to get off the streets. That's what he said. I'm trying to get off the streets. And I said, that's real talk.
Right. And that's the thing. When I was looking at QuickBooks.intuit.com, they were saying that ex-cons, they are people who have already paid their crime. Right. They went to jail. They did it. They paid for their crime. Why are we continually
to keep
trying to punish them? They've served their time. And this is the thing, is that people like ex-cons, they are the ones who most want to work. Right. They're the ones that will work harder to almost, quote unquote, prove themselves.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
But it's a setup. It's society. It's just to send you right back to jail. And it don't make no sense, like I tell my brother, he just came home and he had got a job for a little bit, but then I guess they said, oh, he trying to find another, not find another, they was going to, like, what is it? Warehouse type job. So temp
labor.
agency. Yeah. So they said, well, they type to keep finding you jobs and stuff, but they ain't never found one. So guess where he at?
Back.
Trap house, trap house, trap
Joseph, Joseph said people without a record can't get a job, which is kind of interesting because in this article they also said that when you were saying about the 40-year-old, when people, their crime is so long ago, you are now at the same risk as everybody else.
Yeah.
20 years, if you committed a crime 20 years from now, you understand what I'm saying? You're in the same group of people as the general public when it comes to risk of stealing or risk of whatever. You're at the same risk because the thing was 20 years ago. And from my understanding, it's 7 years where you can actually try to get a pardon to get it off your record.
Right.
So I don't understand where something happened 20 years ago, and you're still holding it against the person.
Right. Oh, and then when you go to make baby, you go to the interview. So why did you do this? Like, ma'am, it was like so long ago. You're not gonna sit here and beat me down when I already paid my time.
I paid my time.
I did my duty.
I
did it.
Joseph says, "Sweetie Pie on Lifetime. Sweetie Pies on Lifetime hire felons," which is good. That is good. Thank you, Sweetie Pie.
I agree.
Letitia said, I agree. They should be forgiven. God forgives. Give them a chance to prove themselves. Yeah. Absolutely. Thank you, Letitia. Right. Absolutely. Expunge, Joseph said. Absolutely. And this is another thing. Only 12.5% of companies are willing to hire felons. 12.5%.
That's low.
That's extremely low.
That's why they can't get no job.
None.
That's why they out there robbing, stealing, shooting, killing.
Especially non-violent. Especially. Maya said, I have a cousin who committed a felony, got a warehouse job and couldn't take it. Went back to school, became an X-ray technician, and graduated valedictorian and got a job. So you can't just settle if you got the drive. You can achieve. Absolutely. Yeah. You can. And Maya was telling me when we were prepping for the show that her my daughter's school, Samuel Coleridge, it's on Preston Street. They do, if you need your GED, you can come there and get your GED. They help you find a job and all that. But also I want to go off what you said because, as my father, he has a record. You know what I mean? From back then, he went to college, university. He got his bachelor's and all that. But still can't get a job in his field. He was a 4.0 student. Wow.
He's a very smart guy. You know what I mean? Very smart, very intelligent. So finally, when he gets a job, they come tell him, after a while, as he working and everything, oh, your background came back. You can't work here.
Yeah.
Now, how disappointing is that?
Yeah.
That mess with your mind mentally.
Yeah.
Because you got a family and you a man at that.
Yeah.
And you got to take care of wife and kids.
Yeah.
And you telling me I don't have no job.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets stressful.
Yeah.
So it's a win somewhere.
Yeah.
But hey, like
if
you
you
said,
keep
the
pushing,
percentage is right.
Yeah. You keep pushing.
Yeah.
It can get extremely hard. Rendell said. He said, disclaimer, my next remark is kind of conspiracy theory-ish.
Yes, theory-ish.
That's totally cool, Rendell. Come on, bring it. Bring it. You bring it. We're here for the conversation. That's what we want. We like the conversation. So
yes. Hey,
definitely
y'all.
bring it. Yes.
Hey, Ma.
Yeah.
That's my mother.
Karen?
She said true.
Okay, so I also wanted to point out that 50% of ex-cons are unemployed. 50%. 50.
I know where they at.
Right. 50%. But I do want to urge those that are watching and those that will watch.
Yeah.
They have tax breaks out there if you actually take the chance to hire a felon. You can get up to $9,000 in tax credit for hiring a felon.
Really?
Really. 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 And where you can find more information, they have the Job Training Partnership Act, Prisoner Reentry Initiative. They also have a reentry resource map, which can be found on the National Criminal Justice Reference Service. There are criminal justice departments all over in the state of Maryland. I know at Mondawmin Mall they have one up on the second floor. They help Excons
and all. Oh.
But the thing is, you have to, a lot of times, training and stuff like that. But the thing is, they have to stick with it.
Right.
Now, I do know some ex-cons, they want that quick money. They want that fast money.
Yeah, that real
so
thing. They think it's coming too slow.
Right. But that comes into actually having a support system, which is most important, which I believe you really will get that with the Job Training Partnership Act and people with the National Criminal Justice, the Prisoner Reentry Initiative, that group. Because a lot of times when you say mentally, it hits you mentally. Right. You need to have a support system that say it's okay. It's all right. You're not going to get that quick money.
But we all fall short sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it ain't what we do. It may not be what you did. You know what I mean? But, yeah. And she say that's sad, but they don't give them a chance, even with a college degree.
Karen said that. Yeah, absolutely.
Even with a college degree, they can see that you got your college degree.
Right.
Oh, no, but then, I give you a call, don't even call you.
Right,
you know?
And the thing is, it not only is it beneficial to the ex-con, it's also beneficial to the company that hires them. And it's beneficial to the community. We are getting people off the street.
Right.
They're paying their taxes, so they're going back into the economy. Right. Can you just imagine 50% of ex-cons are unemployed, which means they're working under the table or doing some type of life of crime. So they're not paying taxes. They're not paying back into the community.
And they ain't worried about it, right?
At all. So it's like we all kind of, in a way, suffer because people just won't give ex-cons a chance. They will not give them a chance, which is kind of interesting.
Do your place of employment hire ex-cons?
Letitia said.
Letitia, you already know. You gotta have 7. Well, actually, yes, we do. 7 years. You can't. They gotta be 7 years old.
But it also has to be the type of crime. If it was anything that was vehicular, because with transportation, like you can't have vehicular manslaughter, you can't have, moving violations.
It depends on what type of job.
Nothing with driving or cars or anything like that, or
but something, but we do actually hire them, but as long as it ain't related to driving. Then we do. Because I be in the office, I be saying I be saying it.
As long as you pass that drug test, hello.
I had somebody in there leaning. They was in there sitting on the app for 2 hours.
Wow. Now come correct. Hello. If you're an ex-con, you should want to get a job. Don't come correct.
One person did that. I said all his blue drawers. I said what?
Oh no. Please come correct.
He just came off the block.
Correct. So definitely check out the Job Training Partnership Act, the Prisoner Reentry Initiative, and the National Criminal Justice Reference Service. There are services and resources out there for ex-cons. And the most important resource is to find a support system. They have groups out there that you can talk, support groups, and almost like AA, they have groups out there for you in regards to
they gotta
support.
Want it too.
And you got to want it. You have to want
it. You ever wanted something for somebody so bad,
and they won't.
You just want to take them and shake them like, get it through. You love what they want. Like,
yes, I know what
I'm beating myself up for you to do right. I know. Just
like I'm the one that went to jail. Like
and I'm walking back and forth like, when you gonna get a job? I set you up.
I set you up.
Gotta go that far, That's
I'll take you to the job. Right. Come on. Why you have to envy?
Right. Hello? How much support system you need?
Right. Exactly. Karen said, wow, didn't know that's awesome program. Karen also said, absolutely come correct to a job. Letitia said,
Yes.
Absolutely.
Honey.
Come correct.
Yes, honey.
If you want it, you got to fight for it because
Yeah.
you're coming at it at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
You're coming at it from behind.
You know what you did. You got to come strong.
You got to come strong with it. And you will hear 20,000 no's.
Right.
Before you might hear that yes.
Mm-hmm.
But as you can see, Maya, who was on here, what she said was her brother, or I think it was her cousin. Somebody in her family went and got a degree and also and got hired.
Right.
So there are folks out there who took the time, went through the steps, and it worked.
Right.
So it's not all disappointing, but it's just heavily disappointing.
Yeah.
Wren said, after the slaves were freed, the 14th Amendment gave us equal rights and protection under the law. The exception was criminals. That's interesting. Oh, Maya said cousin. Her cousin. Okay.
Your cousin. Okay. It was your cousin.
Wren said, so the new strategy became finding almost any reason to get us a criminal record. Which, as we know, the jail system is a business.
Yes, of course.
It is a business. That's a whole nother. She said that's another topic too. That's two topics in one sentence. Jails being a business and church being a business. Hello.
Amen. Look, my mother gonna say so. Where she at? Hallelujah. Thank you.
Wren also said, and use that to punish us for the rest of our life. Absolutely.
It's like you always had that mark on your back.
Always. Like the mark of the beast. Oh.
But I feel sorry for the innocent people.
Yeah, you'll have people living that be in jail for 40, 50 years, and they're innocent, and the government has to pay them all this money for being sitting in jail. That is crazy. Crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, everybody gotta get on board, get this job. Trump and all.
Absolutely. So, that was our second topic, hire ex-cons.
Yes.
I'm telling you, it's a benefit to everyone.
And check
a benefit
out those
to
resources.
benefit to the ex-con, benefit to the company with tax breaks, and benefits to the community. Think about it. It only can help us grow as a community, as a nation.
Yes.
Okay? Wren also said it allows them to treat you as less than a human. Oh, we already know with the jails.
Yeah, because you can get a job like, they try to test you. You know what I mean? To send you back to jail. Like, you know I just came back from jail. Not test me. Like,
And Wren said, and the church argument is how I met Bree. I could go all day on that. That's going to be another show.
Meditate on that.
Yeah. Let me do my research first.
Yes.
You know I'm all about research. I gotta speak truth.
Look that up.
Okay, so we're gonna move into our third topic. Our third topic is, now we really want, I see we got some men, we got some women, we got some married, we got some singles.
Y'all.
Come on, make sure at the bottom left of your screen you should see a share button. If you could share that. Our third topic is,
this is our third topic.
Should women propose to men?
Hey, baby. How would you do it? Like, how would you suppose?
I mean, you have women get down on their knee and they proposing to that man. But let me give you a little background on this. So, it was known as the ladies' privilege. Now, I got all this information from the New York Times, which was an article written by Alex Strauss. Okay? Mm-hmm. It was originally called the ladies' privilege back in the 5th century, and it was started by an Irish nun named Saint Brigid. Yes, Brigid. And on February 29th, which is on the leap year, women could ask men to marry them, which would balance out the traditional gender roles in a manner not unlike how the leap year balances the calendar. Also, out of this, they say women could feel empowered. But when a woman is feel empowered, she's also viewed as ugly, mannish, crass, or even desperate. Okay?
Right.
And we all know the society considers the proposal a man's job.
Right.
Right?
Right.
What are your thoughts? Do you think a woman should ask? You think a woman should ask a man to marry?
Sheesh. I think a man should ask a woman.
A man should ask a woman.
Yeah.
I kind of agree
I
too.
don't want to see, like, so, I know a lot of them, I guess, they may seem like you rushing it if you proposing them, because a lot of men don't be ready right there.
Right.
I don't even think they be ready when they propose. So
Right.
So.
Right, and they also said Professor Bradford Wilcox from the University of Virginia said, if she asks and the guy says yes, it's like he's going along to get along. He's just saying yes to
I
to
think
get along
they should
with
ask because we do the most of doing a wedding. Now, at least they can do is ask.
Right.
That's at least they can do.
At least they can do is ask. Hello?
Real fancy and nice.
Right. Make it a moment.
Right, a moment that you would not forget.
Right, exactly. Ren said, that's deep. Question for you both. Do you subscribe to gender roles in today's society? What I take from that question, Ren, which kind of points us to the statement I got from the article. Even with the rise of same-sex couples, it's still tradition for a man to ask a woman in heterosexual couples.
Right. Because
it's still the norm.
Right, because if you in the same, say, two women, and if one is more masculine than the other one, okay, it's more so the masculine one would ask.
Yeah.
Ask.
Right, I would agree with that.
Yeah, that's how it goes. So it's still the same way.
Even in same sex.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even the same, same sex.
That's interesting.
I'm in there.
Hello? Brent said, if you think that certain things are for men and other things are for women, tell me some things are women's role.
Huh? Right.
That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay. Ren said, by the way, I definitely think it's on the man to pursue and ask. Okay, so I agree with that.
You hot today.
So, I know, right? Ren, you coming with it. You coming with it. That's good. That's going to be like it.
Right.
So, I would say to get the relationship started. To get it started, it's on the man to pursue. Okay? Because as a Christian, in my opinion, it's God is at the head, then the husband, and then the wife. However, I also feel that in today's society, things have to be 50-50.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially for me personally, I'm not very domestic. I don't like cooking. I don't like, all the girly stuff, stuff like that. Can I change my oil? Yup. Can I change my tires? Yup. Can I cut the grass?
Right.
Yes, I can. You know what I'm saying? But that's only because now in modern times, women have their own.
Right, it's about independence. A lot of men don't like that though.
Some men don't.
Independent. So how do you really know your role when you don't want them to feel like, oh, you're not man enough to take that on that? So, like, how can I put it? Like, let's see, like taking care of your bills. Like, say you did it all, you don't need no man for that. That's more like independent. But I say our role is to show that we could be the wife that we want our spouse. That showing our spouse, I'm the woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's our role to show them that we are wifey material or something like that. Our role is to build them up and make them a better person.
Exactly. We have to build each other up.
Yeah.
And each person has their own strength.
We're supposed to be a backbone.
Right. And you know what they say? What God has for me is for me.
For me.
So my husband, he's going to enjoy cooking. He'll enjoy it. Or I don't mind cooking. I'm just not the best at cooking.
Right.
Okay.
But
I can cook. Hello.
She made me.
But I don't cook.
She poured me some lean grape juice. This grape juice is the bomb, honey. She went in that refrigerator, opened it. Woo! I said, woo! I said, I was on.
You're so dumb. But that's what I'm saying. So whoever your mate is, you will mesh. It will be so, even when you're in silence, it'll be like you're still in conversation.
Right.
That's when you know when you are a match. And so to talk about, going back to the women's roles, in my opinion, in today's society, a woman's role is not in the house. And we have this saying with the this program I do. I know, right? We have this saying that goes off of politics. It says a woman's role is in the House and the Senate, which means she can be in the House of Representatives and she can also be in the Senate. It means she can be a politician. Hello. So that's how I take it. Like, whoever my mate is, whoever my husband is, we will match.
Y'all will complete each other.
Exactly.
So what you don't do, they will pick up.
Yeah, exactly.
Where you lack at.
Exactly. Our strengths will join together.
Right.
And they will match. That's how you know when it's meant to be. You know what I'm saying? So.
Right.
I don't know. And
each is his own. You know what I mean? So.
And I wanted to say this one statement that the professor said, because I learned a new word.
Yes.
A woman asking a man is disrupting a sacrosanct power that men have had throughout history. And this was said by the associate professor Catherine Parkin for the Monmouth University in New Jersey. Sacrosanct meaning is so valuable that it shouldn't be interrupted or changed. So a woman asking a man is disrupting a sacrosanct power that men have had.
Yeah, but we starting to have power more.
Yeah, I mean with the Women's March, hallelujah. But I think even with the Women's March and saying, feminist and feminine and, and things like that, we can be powerful without hating men. Mm-hmm. We can be powerful and still love our men, still love men in regards to those men that love and support us. Right. Those men who want us to have equal pay. Mm-hmm. Those men who respect those women who want to fight on the front lines. Right. But you also have to remember, we're also made differently. A man is naturally stronger. Right. Than women are. Built stronger. Their shoulders, their ribs, their six-pack, their everything, their muscles. Girl, I got a keg. Over
roll it.
Yeah, big girls. Woo, woo, woo.
You already.
Letitia said correct. Ren said, is it fair to say that maybe that's a double standard? Our role is very much defined for men: pursue, ask, protect, pay, etc. But you just kind of fill in the gaps however you're comfortable. I agree, because the three main things that a man wants to do, and this is what I got from Steve Harvey's book, Act Like a Lady.
Okay. Act like a lady, think like a man.
Excuse me, I was drinking water and I'm talking so much. Act like a lady, think like a man. The main three things that a man wants to do is to protect, provide, and pursue. It's another P. But I know it's protect and provide.
They do show what
I think it's pursue.
Career or something.
Yeah, goals and stuff like that. I could be wrong on the third one. That actually might be the first one. Pursue, protect, provide. Right. Yeah, so once a man has achieved those three P's, those three things, then he feels like a man. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I guess in a way, for a person like me, right. I have my own house, I have my own car, I'm independent. I don't want to say I don't need a man. That's because a lot of people everybody wants companionship.
I don't need a man. I got this. I got that. That's why it's hard. That's why you're gonna never find a
man.
Right. Because you don't need a man.
Right. You don't need a man. Like, I would say in regards to survive. Yeah. To survive in society, I don't need a man. Right. But to survive mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, you need that companion.
That's good spiritually.
You know what I mean?
Real good connection.
You need that companion, but I think actually, physically, you need them physically. Right? Yeah.
Hello. I know. Yeah. You need a little rubbing and touching here and there.
Now, would you also say that for the guys in the room? If a woman asks you to marry them, would you agree that men feel powerless and that they may feel that the woman is rushing the relationship? Right?
I would say, like you said, desperate. It seemed kind of desperate. Like, I don't want to knock anybody that did propose to them, man, or whatever, but that's what it seemed like, but hey, it's like, what he waiting on? He ain't gonna never propose to me. Man, I'm about to go in and do it now.
Right,
you know what I mean? So that's when they get the idea, propose.
But then it goes back to the man will say yes just to say yes.
Some women say yes and say yes. Goodness, well, that man cheated on you last week.
Love spiritually unique God. And she also said they do. She said she would.
Oh, you would?
She said she would.
How would you do it? How are you going to lay it out?
Love, honesty, and hope said she would propose.
I know that's right. Watch out. Her man about to get proposed to, honey.
It's really an interesting question. Yeah. Because some people think it's flipping the script.
Right. You think a man would want to, like, oh, now you in charge? Like, you're being in charge of this now because you proposed. I don't know.
Like, let's just say the man went and got some coffee and he didn't bring his wife some coffee. And she said, you didn't ask me if I wanted some coffee. And he was like, well, you're the one that's asking the question.
Right.
You're the one that's in charge. You're the one that's handling and everything.
You running stuff.
So it's like, is there a possibility that just that first question will dictate how the marriage will be?
Right.
He will feel less than. He will feel not like a man.
Every man want to feel like a man and stop. Like my mother, she too independent. That's why I'm picturing up there. Yeah, she was, too independent and stuff. That's why I think a lot of things they work out with her. My stepfather,
Yeah.
As far as that. But that's how she was raised and taught. And I became to be the same way and didn't allow certain, men that came in my life that do certain stuff because it's just how I was brought up because I was taught to do it on my own.
Yeah.
So they were, how can you, if I can't help you and stuff, like, what's the point of being together if I can't help you?
Yeah.
And I just didn't understand that. You know what I mean? I was like,
I mean, it's interesting because society has made us want to be more independent, which I don't think is wrong.
Right.
But it does put the gender roles into question.
It do. It's to a certain extent. That's why a lot of men become lazy. Yeah. Because they fall back and let us get the house. Yeah. Let us get the car. Let them drive our car. And let us get the job while they stay home. And I'm not saying there's not men out there that don't work and do that stuff. But now you see the role has, flipped. It's flipped. It really flipped. Because now I hear people say, oh, yeah, my man ain't doing it. I'm sitting home on a game. Right. And I'm working.
Right.
I said, huh?
Ren said, if I want to marry her, I want to marry her. Her asking might speed up the conversation, but it wouldn't run me off. He also said, if I'm not very serious about her, though, it would definitely speed up the split, too.
Right. So, like, that's kind of hard. So,
that's interesting.
If you get proposed to and you say no, do that in your relationship?
Right. I would think so. Love, honesty, hope said, no, because some men don't think she want to and not sure if he should. So some men won't actually ask either. We got some people saying, hey.
Hey.
Yeah. We should put this like this so we can read the comments. I should have been did that. All right.
Hey.
So, I mean, that's very interesting. Gender roles. It comes down to gender roles.
Right. Yeah, I think the relationship would be over if you say no, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so.
Or would say, give me a little bit of time. But how would that make you feel?
But how long? Okay, so my next question is, what's too long?
Too long is like 5 years.
5 years is too long.
7, yes. I say
7.
about. I say, not a 4th year maybe you can be engaged or a 3rd.
Yeah.
Because you really don't know nobody. You can know somebody in like 4 years.
What would you say is too fast?
Couple months.
3 months is too fast.
My mother got married in 4 months. She met him.
Uh-huh.
And she got married.
Was she old? Was she older? Or see, and I think a lot of times the more mature you become, the older and wiser you become. You know what you want.
Right.
You know what you want. So, say you are in your 40s and you're dating someone your same age, and they taking longer than 6-7 months. You're like, what are you waiting for?
Like, I'm getting old here.
Like, hello, come on now. So I think with age comes wisdom and comes maturity. So it should be almost in a way faster.
Right.
But
I don't know what you consider like too fast.
I would say 30 between 20 and 30. Too fast is less than a year.
Oh,
yes.
less than a year. Oh,
if you're between 20 years old and 30 years old, less than a year of dating.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
Is probably a little too fast. However, if I would say between 30 and 40 or 30 and above, I would say as short as 3 months.
Oh, dang.
Because again, at this point, especially with women, your biological clock starts to expire. I want to say expire because it's women.
I gotta get married. All my friends.
It's women. It's like 42 years old. Still popping out babies. But I think after that 30, especially for men, because women mature faster than men anyway. But I think for men, once they once they actually get over that 30. You should know what you want by then.
You want played the field long enough to know. Yes. And then now, I think people get married just because.
Yeah. Fan?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just because you want to be married.
Right. Love, Hope, Honesty said, you mess up the service? Maybe we missed that comment from before. She also said, some people still don't know one another in 3 to 4 speaking on experience in 3 to 4 months. Which is true, or I don't know, maybe it's in years. But again, I agree. It all comes down to experience and maturity and wisdom.
But some people feel it right then and there.
Yeah.
What about love at first sight?
We were talking about that in the first
just because we don't never experience it, not saying it's not there.
Yeah.
Episode
1, check it out, season 2.
Love at first sight.
Yeah, we talked about it. But that's definitely true. So, years. She said years.
Oh, years.
Some people still don't know each other 3 to 4 years. Then maybe y'all don't need to be together. Well, not you. I'm not saying you per se, but the couple. Because I'm thinking 3 to 4 years. You should.
Be married by now?
No, you should at least know.
You should know.
You should be engaged.
You should know because that's like wasting time. You know what I mean? I say it's wasting time. If you're the person that want to get married, you going to spend all them some years for a person then break up. All them years and wasted. Yeah. Well, dang, you knew they wasn't the right one for you in that first year.
Yeah, exactly.
So you try to drag it along.
Yes.
You'll miss your opportunity to miss
You missed it, right. And Maya said lust or love, we talked about. Check out episode 1. Letitia said, well, I'm 41 and I'm still trying to figure it out. Girl, me too. 36, still trying to figure it out. Absolutely. So,
sorry, y'all.
Little technical difficulties.
Just a little bit.
What's your phone on, Power? Oh, you got 57, so I think we'll be good.
Yeah, we good.
All right. So, we're going to move on to our next segment. We just talked about our hot topics, which were really good, and it was kind of interesting because we got 2 additional hot topics out of the hot topics, which were jail is a business and church is a business. So definitely look out for those hot topics in a future episode.
That's gonna be a serious.
I know.
When you talk about religion.
Maybe I could do that. Maybe I could do that as a panel.
Woo!
Because we talked about Maya and I was talking about doing a panel as well. So some Ask Bree questions that I received from some of my subscribers and followers. My first hashtag Ask Bree question. If you have a question while we're talking, just put hashtag Ask Bree, ASKBRI, and then the question. And then Shemaya and I will try to answer. Okay? True.
Get the phone type.
The first question I received was, say one of the parents is an atheist and another parent is a Christian.
Right.
And the child goes to church and they're involved in a Christmas play. Should the one parent who's an atheist go to the church and see the child in the play? And then also on the flip side of that, should religious parents visit their child in environments that are labeled sinful? Like say their child is a bartender, or say their child stripper or I don't know why the parent would go, right. but or a casino, or say what we were talking about in the pre
have a party
at a bar party. And you want to play like some
what they call it, sinful music,
worldly music, and you want to invite your moms and your pops. Like should that happen when it comes down to religion and your children? How involved should a parent be with their child?
I think they should go to the program at a child's school if you're atheist and your child is. I think it's special, and if give that child something, you know what I mean. Yeah. It's that warm feeling when you look out in a crowd, you see your parents up there, you get that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think the support is needed.
It's
regardless
needed.
of your belief, regardless of the belief of anything, you should be there to support your child. And I think for parents, on the other hand, I think they can show support to their kids in certain ways. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? There's some things you do and some things you don't do. Because if I know that, if I know my mother is a Christian, she don't believe in all that, I ain't gonna invite her to a bar. Yeah. So if I want her to come to my party, now I think she can come and stay for a little bit.
Before 9 o'clock.
Before it get real wild.
Yeah.
And, get real wild.
Yeah.
And then, thanks for coming. And, I appreciate it. Or, or going to a family gathering. You may not like that person, but still, come support me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They, like that. So I think they should support.
And I think as an adult child, you don't want to put your parent in an environment that they're not comfortable.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? So once you are an adult and you can do those sinful things, bar or casino or whatever, I wouldn't want my parent to feel uncomfortable. Right. You know what I mean? So we can talk about it later, or or I can make a video or watch,
it's just like getting them married to somebody your parents may not agree of, but you really want them to come. Yeah. So it's just like that, right? Kind of something like that. Yeah. Like, you come to my wedding? No, I don't like that person you getting married to.
Right. Absolutely.
So it's for me or you.
Love, Honesty, and Hope said, who cares? I'm going to love my child and be there for them. Absolutely. And that's the most important thing, is to love the child. Mm-hmm. Is to love the child.
And the
absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. The next question I received was, do you think stores like Walmart should have a dress code?
Yes. You know the difference between people going to shop at Target and the different people that go to Walmart.
Right, what they call it, Target.
Yeah, Target.
Target versus Walmart. Hello.
Oh my goodness. You got people walking there with bikinis on in the summertime, straight from the beach. Oh, you forgot to put your cheeks up. You forgot to put your cover up on. I think they should have a dress code, because you got to think about it. You got kids in there, elderly people looking at you any kind of way. Yeah. You don't feel awkward. Yeah. You just walking in what you got up out of bed. Just straight got out of bed.
Roller scarves. Just foolishness. And the thing is, when you go online, they actually have things dedicated to how people come to Walmart. You can go on World Star, you can go on different Instagram, Ratchet TV, and actually see pictures. TV? Yeah, actually see pictures of people that go into Walmart.
Looking a mess. And I be right there looking.
Right. And you know how they say no shirt, no shoes, no service. Right. But should Walmart go further with that and say what?
It's a way you should present yourself in the public. You just some people, Yeah.
So they have greeters at Walmart. Maybe they should be denied service.
Yeah, but then they gonna need security.
Yeah.
You gotta think about Walmart now. Ain't nobody walking in Walmart.
But that and
like,
that also
they're going in away like, I can't what? Oh, yeah, okay.
Right. And it does kind of open up discrimination.
Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, that place up there, somebody want me getting sued.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm black because you don't want me to come in.
Right. Maya said, "No, I go looking busted. I have 0 Fs. LOL."
Oh my God.
She also said, "Depends on her mood."
Well, I hope you ain't coming in with no bikini on. Now I understand you got clothes on, leggings on, and a nice shirt, but if you come there with looking like a whole big old giant hole right here, like,
and I can
that's
say,
a mess. Now I talk about. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, girl.
You know, they're gonna pop their phones out and take pictures. They're gonna be like, "World star."
Oh, she's just having a bad day. There's some things you just don't do.
You just don't do, right?
It's the way you carry yourself as a woman. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, we are actually running out of time. We got 3 more minutes left. And,
this was fun.
Maya said she has no titties.
You funny. Hey.
Right. So, in our last segment is Brinky Boo's top 3 brilliant behaviors. So, we all do this. How many of you vacuum over a piece of thread over and over and over again? Even, what you say, move it with your foot.
Right. You get to scripting it with your foot. Instead of picking
it up. Just pick it up. Right?
Because we too lazy to pick up. I know we cleaning, but
I just don't want to bend down and pick up this thread.
That's why I need the good old dustpan, the tall way.
The
tall way. Yeah, I don't want to bend all the way down.
Right, exactly. Also, number 2, how many of you press the button harder on the remote knowing that your battery is low?
I did that the other day.
Right?
Yeah, I feel like getting...
Be pressing it. You even turn it so it has an angle. And you're like hitting it and you're like... And you know the battery is low. You know it's low. And you're still pressing it harder than before.
Right. Dang. And then you try to open it. You ever try to change the batteries around?
Right. Going back to the first one, Maya said anything on the carpet must get sucked up. Absolutely. Exactly. So you keep going over that sucker.
Exactly.
Maya said, I hit my remote.
Me too, girl.
And you just change the batteries. Like, come on. Right. And number 3, brilliant behavior. How many of you walk down a long hallway and you start strutting like you a model? I do. And walking down, I could be walking in the garage at work, going from the front door to the outside.
That would feel real good.
And you feel it's a good day. The weather's good. It's nice outside. I'm strutting. I'm like, I may even do a little turn. Hello. But you got malls, you got hotels, even sometime in the casino.
Yeah, because I think I'm Beyonce sometimes. I do. Especially like the model. What's the model? What? Couldn't tell me nothing. I was Beyonce.
That's right. Vlad said, so true about hearts. Absolutely. Maya said, I fart because it won't linger. When you walk in.
I'm about to put myself out there like that.
We try to be transparent. We try to be transparent on this show.
I remember one day I did that. That lady was like, I seen her face. She was like,
right.
I was like, I don't know who did that.
Right. You know what? She might have said, yes, that's a long haul.
Yes. You get your walk on with them.
Right. Absolutely. So I want to close with thanking Shamaya for coming to Take a Break with Bree, season 2, episode 3. Definitely check us out on on my YouTube channel, Brinky Boo Bree. Give me about a day or so to edit everything, add the captions and so forth and so on. And I want to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you had fun with me today, Shamaya. And you'll come visit again.
Yes.
Please let our viewers know where they can find you online.
Well, you can find me at Shamaya Long on Facebook. And then on Instagram, prettyface_Maya.
Yes.
MYA, Maya. Find me, follow me.
Yeah, find her, follow her.
Because I had fun.
Yeah, we're going to have a bag. We're going to do a panel. Thank you to
Rock.
Yeah.
Really rock.
I don't know what the really rock.
Hey, dab on.
I did the dab. All right, thank you to everyone watching. And for those that will watch, please follow, like, subscribe, share, do all of those good old things. You can find me everywhere. Online at Brinky Boo Bree. Yes, I was going to say .com. Brinky Boo Bree, BRINKY. I want to give a shout out to my friend Vlad, who's watching from Russia. You say privet. Say privet. Privet. That means hello in Russian.
Privet.
And then you can say polka, which means goodbye.
Polka.
See, we're learning Russian.
Polka. Hey.
Maya said I'm not black. I am black.
You see how naturalness?
Yes, hello.
Natural.
Maya, how many times we gonna have this conversation?
She's sister.
Hello.
Look, I'm straight natural today. Just give me a water, it's gonna be like hers.
Oh, Vlad now says thank you. You say spasibo. Spasiba.
Siba.
Means thank you.
Okay, Spasiba. Spasiba.
Yes. We're gonna learn Russian today. So thank you so much again. Like, follow, subscribe.
I appreciate y'all.
Brinky Boo Bree and Shamaya. Thank you so much for watching and sharing. Check us out on YouTube for the replay and the edited version.
I love your hair, Bree.
Thank you, Vlad. Spasiba. Thank you, Letitia.
That's my girl.
Yes. Good night.